Who is Duane Davis? Duane Davis, y'all, is the man that they just arrested in connection to the Tupac murder. Now, I don't know. Sometimes when you do things, you just can't go your whole life without telling the truth. Sometimes your soul be ate up. But I do know the game, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go to your grave with certain things. But I wanted to know who did that to Tupac as well. But guess what, y'all? Suge Knight got something else to say. He said he ain't messing with none of this with a 10-foot pole. He ain't going against nobody. He ain't about to convict. He ain't about to do nothing. And I could kind of feel him. Who want to dig up them skeletons right now? And he in jail. He vulnerable. He can't help himself. So why would he testify when he'd be a sitting duck? You feel me? So at the end of the day, let's get back into the story, y'all. It say nearly 30 years after Tupac Shakur was gunned down on a Las Vegas strip, Las Vegas police have made their first arrest in this case. Duane Keith D Davis, who previously admitted to riding in the car from which the fatal shot was fired, was taken into custody. So what they saying is that they got some evidence recent months ago, and prosecutors decided to get back and open up the case. Now, my understanding is that he wrote a book and all this stuff. That's what my significant other telling me. So maybe he knows something that we don't know. When people know that they on their way out of here, y'all, they got to feed their families on their way up out of here. So, doing jail time at his age ain't really going to be that long, okay? And I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, so if I look down through the article that I'm looking at, y'all, it say Duane Keith D Davis grew up in Compton and joined the Southside Compton Crips at a young age. His father was a former Marine, and Davis has said in his book, Compton Street Legend. So they done read his book. So maybe, people got to feed their family. That's the thing I'm thinking, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I just read down in the article. So Davis was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2014. And previously said his cancer was in remission after the doctor removed his big and small intestines. Sorry. His mother died from the same disease in 1978. When he was 15 years old. See, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? But it could have came back, or it could have been in a different spot. But something going on with him to actually, and then he old, you know what I'm saying? But in this video, and I think it's going to be 2 parts to some of my social media platforms, we about to get into the interview that Suge Knight had from jail with TMZ. So y'all, this is just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I always start my thought, you know what I'm saying? But y'all got to hear what Suge Knight sound like. Let's get into it.
Surprise, number one, because I didn't think Keefe D had never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. Let's get one thing straight. First and foremost, me and Keefe D playing on the same Power One football team. And whatever circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement in anything, who want to see? I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy.
The DA says that Keefe D was in the car with his nephew, and that presumably his nephew, according to the DA, is the one that shot Tupac, and that it was done with the full knowledge of Keefe. Do they have it right?
There was only 2 people in the car. And Pac not going to tell the story. I ain't going to tell the story, but I tell you this. I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because, number one, he wasn't a shooter. Number 2, he came to my ear and told to let me go and tell the truth. They still didn't let me go.
If you are called to testify in this case,
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Well, number one, because I'm not going to get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
They seem to be saying that Orlando was the shooter and Keefe was in on it. That he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beaten up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. Is that correct?
No.
Then who shot Tupac?
It wasn't Henderson, so that's all I got to say about that part.
To summarize, you are saying Orlando was not the shooter, although you won't say who the shooter was. You are not saying whether Keefe was involved in any way in the shooting. And you are saying that if you're called to testify by either side, you will not comply. You will not testify. Do I have that right?
1,000%. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't testify. None of that.
Sound like Suge Knight said a little bit that everybody probably misunderstood, or that I misunderstood in that conversation. He said he thought that Keefe D would never get arrested. Then he turned up and said we was this and we was that together. So we don't really know what's going on, and we don't know what is the cause of this arrest. But thank God it's justice coming into play, because I believe that when any time a life is took, and this goes for anybody, y'all, it's a tragedy. So if you can stick around for the bonus clip, we're gonna see Keefe D get arraigned and get set for a 2-week recess because he waiting on his lawyer. So let's get back into it, and I'll see y'all on the next social media buzz. We'll keep up with this story.
Go to page 18, C377407, State of Nevada versus Duane Keith Davis. The record reflects that Mr. Davis is present in custody. Mr. DiGiacomo and Mr. Bilal are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Davis, sir, have you retained counsel to represent you in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Who have you retained?
Keefe D.
Okay, and is that person going to be here today?
No, he needs 2 weeks, he said, to be here. He said in the continuance, 2 weeks.
He said he needed 2 weeks to be here?
Oh, yeah, he needed a continuance for 2 weeks.
Okay, and what's his name again?
Keefe D.
Keefe Fall?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to continue this matter for 2 weeks on a Thursday. That date is?
October 19th at 9 a.m.
Okay, we'll be back on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right.